Welcome to LaunchRevs, where we cover new car launches and review the latest cars. Today we are checking out the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid, which has a very easy to remember MPG rating, 36 MPG city, 36 highway, 36 combined. And because this hybrid still has a reasonable sized gas tank, they didn't really shrink it, it can do nearly 600 miles on a tank at 597 miles of range, which is pretty impressive. Today, we're going to get up close with the new Crosstrek Hybrid, show you guys some cool things on the exterior, the interior, and take it for a drive. In terms of the powertrain, the third generation Crosstrek Hybrid brings a series parallel hybrid system. It combines a 2.5-liter boxer 4-cylinder with electric motors and a small 1.1 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery. It makes 194 horsepower combined. Every trim level, including the hybrid, comes with Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive. The hybrid is notable in bringing a true mechanical all-wheel drive system with a physical connection between the front and rear wheels. This updated hybrid powertrain makes 14 additional horsepower versus the non-hybrid and delivers a 38% MPG improvement. Here are three things about the exterior that stand out to me on the Crosstrek Hybrid. The first one is going to be this paint color, which is exclusive to the hybrid. It's called Sand Dune Pearl. There are actually two different paint colors only available on the hybrid version, this paint and another one called Citron Yellow Pearl. The second thing is going to be the wheels. These are 18-inch exclusive design wheels for the hybrid in two personalities. If you have a limited like this one, it's the two-tone machine finish. On the sport, it's all this gray color. And the design actually takes inspiration from ice hooks. You can kind of see the shape with that machine contrast. And the last thing is, even though this is the most compact SUV in the lineup, it still has a very generous 8.7 inches of ground clearance, which is very competitive in the segment. We've got the two different flavors of the Crosstrek Hybrid here. This one is the luxury and this one is the sport. And there's a couple visual differentiating factors. So you see the accent color on the fog lamp there, and these are the unique 18-inch wheels available for the hybrid. On the sport, it's kind of a darker gray finish. We have the cloth option with the cool star pattern here, and then this kind of yellow gold contrast too. So it's got the sport cloth interior, slight differences in personality between the two. Let's take an interior tour of this Crosstrek Hybrid. It's a limited hybrid, so we have the StarTech synthetic interior. It's the two-tone gray and black with the orange accenting. Actually feels pretty nice. We also have an available heated steering wheel now, and this one has the optional upgrade package. So we have the Harman Kardon sound system, which is an upgrade. Interesting trim here. It's got kind of that carbon fiber weave texture, but it's simply just plastic, and then more gray synthetic leather here on the door panel with the orange accent stitching. Let's go ahead and hop inside. You have a full digital cluster, just like in the Forester now, but this one has some additional hybrid pieces of information. You also have paddle shifters on the steering wheel, along with the optional heated steering wheel button right here. Similar infotainment system here, and it definitely feels a little bit more compact, right? Especially the roofline is lower. Something else you'll notice is the seatbelt hooks are actually slightly different in the back, just like in the Forester. That's to deal with the increased and improve the passenger safety in the back for side impact and all sorts of different tests for occupant safety. All right, we're on the road with the Crosstrek Hybrid, and we're currently in EV mode. But as soon as you start accelerating a bit more, the engine will kick on and you're in hybrid mode. But one of the first things you're going to notice is the handoff between electric mode and gas mode, hybrid mode, is actually rather smooth. Their hybrid integration is pretty nice. Now, this has a very, very small battery pack. It's a 1.1 kilowatt hour battery pack, and it doesn't really produce noticeable all-electric range. It's there to help boost your efficiency, but also because now we have the electric motors, it can produce more torque, and it actually is noticeable. We've also been driving a just regular 2.5-liter Boxer 4 Forester, and that thing felt underpowered and definitely was lacking in torque. So there's two different MGUs for this hybrid system, motor generator units. There's one that replaces the starter generator for start-stop and also is able to recharge the high voltage battery from the engine. The second one is what provides drive, and that one produces actually noticeable torque. You can definitely feel it from like 0 to 30 accelerating. It definitely feels quicker. The engine is trying less hard, but that one also can recharge the battery when you're doing regen. So it's a pretty small battery pack there, not for a bunch of pure EV driving range. This is not supposed to be a plug-in hybrid kind of setup. It just is a light hybrid in that way. Now, this might be a non-wilderness version, but we still have plenty of ground clearance, 8.7 inches, and of course, being a Subaru, we have the symmetrical all-wheel drive, which is a true mechanical all-wheel drive system. A lot of times when you have hybrid vehicles in this kind of segment, they have this hybrid all-wheel drive where the electric motor is only part-time if you need it, but not with the Crosstrek Hybrid. They acknowledge that there will be a slight hit to ultimate efficiency and range or MPG ratings by having a mechanical all-wheel drive system, but there is a physical connection between the front, the engine, and the rear. It's not just a part-time system. So they really did stick to what their core values are, right? They wanted to still provide that usability, and we have X mode. If we're at lower speeds, you have the snow mode, mud, sand, all of those kinds of situations, and a true mechanical all-wheel drive system. Driving on the road, it's pretty nice, smooth hybrid integration. It does feel a bit more compact than the Forester that we've been driving today too. And you have some nice creature comforts, some technology. We've got a heated steering wheel here on this limited model, and you do have paddle shifters here on the steering wheel too. So even though it's a CVT, they give you that simulated kind of fake shifts. Oops, lane departure. It is very sensitive, the lane departure warning and your driver assistance systems with your eyesight. So pretty positive impressions with the Crosstrek Hybrid today. It's got some nice features. In terms of competitors, really the only one is the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Usually in the subcompact segment, they're not going to hybrid powertrains. It is more expensive, and they're trying to keep the price point reasonable for these options. But I think this one has more personality. I have not enjoyed the Toyota Corolla Cross that much, and they kind of also wanted to compete up a segment with CR-V or the Hyundai Tucson. But again, this is a smaller, lower price point vehicle starting at just under $34,000. You can add on the optional package like this one has, so we'll get the moonroof, the digital cluster, the upgraded sound system to bring the price up a little bit, but it's a very compelling option. Obviously, buyers really like their Subarus. They have tremendous customer satisfaction, reliability ratings, and on and on. Very well awarded for Subaru. And I think the big draw is going to be a true mechanical all-wheel drive system. Even with the hybrid setup, it makes more torque and definitely boosts your efficiency. They say 38% increase in fuel economy compared to the non-hybrid Crosstrek. So those are pretty compelling reasons to consider one of these, and it really doesn't give you any big sacrifices. The trunk is still practical enough. You don't lose a bunch of space with the load floor going up. The cost doesn't skyrocket. It's a couple thousand more than the gas version, and you can pick between the limited or the sport personalities. Got some nice tech. It has the Subaru charm. What do you guys think about the Crosstrek Hybrid? Would you buy this? Would you go for the Corolla Cross Hybrid? Would you go for just a regular non-hybrid version? Hope you guys enjoyed this look at the new Crosstrek Hybrid. Thanks for watching.